So, what am I doing this morning? I'm getting ready for this afternoon's tutorial with my mum that we'll be recording for the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery in the pouches, because we were going to do some Suffolk Puffs, or yo-yos as I think they're called in America. So Mum's cut out some material, but it's not really to the colouring of my pouch, so I decided to do some myself. I found this fabric actually, which I think you'd agree is lovely. It looks like quite vintagey, isn't it? Because of its little flowers and kind of Liberty-esque, if you like. So I really like that one. So I'm going to cut a few out of that one, because I'm not just doing them for the pouch, I'm going to do some more while I'm doing them, ready for different projects. I quite like this because I thought that would come over quite nice. I wouldn't want that as a full piece on my pouch, but actually with it being a Suffolk Puff, then obviously you're just going to get a little bit of the green and the red. So I thought that would tie in nicely with this bit. I found this in the charity shop. I think she got it for a couple of pounds. So we're doing the 3-inch and the 3.5-inch. And because I like this fabric, but I couldn't fit in a big one, I did a 2-inch one. Yeah, 2-inch one, but I'm unsure. I think you can do them that small. I don't know. I've only done them once, so yeah, I like this one. It's like a tartany. I know it isn't tartan, but it's like that kind of checkered tartan feel. But I just thought I wouldn't have that as a bit of cloth on my pouch, because it's just a bit too garish. But actually, as a Suffolk Puff, and with it being green and then having this bit of red on it, and actually on my pouch I've done some embroidery which has got this red on it, so I thought that would fit in quite nicely with that. I must have done a 3.5-inch one. Oh yeah, so that's a 3.5-inch one, 3-inch one. Yes, so that will go back in my green drawer. I've got all my fabrics in different colours, and I find that really helps because I'm very bad at making decisions. So if I've just got one drawer with all one colour in, then that helps me instead of trying to work out what fabric I'm going to use, because to choose a colour and a fabric, well, that's just too much choice. So yeah, I've got them in colours, and yeah, that helps me. No, I do like this fabric. It's like yeah, I do like Liberty fabric, although I haven't got any. So I think that's going to be my next purchase when I do buy some more fabric. Or if I can get some second-hand offcuts. And the great thing with slow stitching is offcuts are great, because we're just using little bits and pieces to join together, aren't we? So I won't throw that away, because why would you? I might square it up a little bit. I'm not going to throw that away. That will go in my little stash. My mum would probably even keep these bits, but may not go that mad. Really enjoying the success of these Roxy's Journal of Stitchery videos. People seem to have really liked my mum's teaching, which I'm so pleased about. And when I started the channel, I'd said to Mum, I'd really like to do something with you, but she was not too sure. But then when she said, yeah, okay then, she thought it was just going to be hands. And me being me says, oh no, please, we need all of you on there, because I want people to see you, so that we can be part of this little community I had in my mind for a very long time. And I think it's always better to put a face to the name, isn't it? Oh my goodness, that's not very round. Yeah, so but actually I think she's enjoying it, and she's really enjoying the comments, which I am too. Just makes my day when I wake up to my little YouTube analytics, and I'm able to correspond to people and thank them for their comments and feedback, because that's, you know, that's important too, because we don't always get it right, and actually if we haven't, then that's good to hear about too. So yeah, it's all going really, really well. My kids are saying, "Oh my goodness, that is so good. That's really good. That's really good with your subscribers, Mum." And I think one of them said, "Oh, what was it?" Because I get comments and likes, and he said, "Oh, that's really good interaction," or something like that. Anyway, so that's me cut out for this afternoon. You can see they're all kind of the same hue, so I like that. And this afternoon you'll see us making these into Suffolk Puffs, Suffolk Puffs / yo-yos. See you later. Hello, my woolly wanderers, and welcome to this week's part 4 version of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and we're carrying on with our pouches. So what are we doing this week? Well, we're going to do a few things, aren't we, Mum?
Yes, Suffolk Puffs, which are whoop. One needle just shot across the I didn't know it's attached to that. Suffolk Puffs, which are those things. Mm-hmm. So we got the circles cut out for those. We're going to make them. We're going to sew on some lace and a few beads.
Yes, good. I think I've got everything ready. Yeah, I did a little intro to what I cut up this morning for these, which I used the Fiskus thing. And you were just going to talk through what you used before you had that.
Yeah,
which we bought recently. You bought.
Which I bought, yeah. Well, I normally use either lids of any size, anything. But the thing you got to remember is that whatever size this is, your Suffolk Puff comes out half that size. Mm. So this is obviously a 3-inch, which I cut out of the Fiskus one. And when it finishes, it comes back 1.5 inches.
That's the 3.5 inch one.
3.5 inch, yeah. Sorry, 3.5 inch. You got the 3 inch.
I got a 3 inch.
Yeah. So so yours will come out as 1.5. Mine comes out at
1 3/4.
Yeah. So basically, whatever lid shape you've got, or if that's what you're using, your Suffolk Puff is going to be half that size.
Yeah. So the diameter is half. Yeah. Interesting thing to do. I wanted to know a little bit about the history of the Suffolk Puff, actually, because I just thought it might have come from Suffolk, but sometimes these things don't always translate, do they? But anyway, they were cited in the early 1600s, actually, the puff, as they called it then. And eventually in the 19th century, they were used for quilts. And I will be showing a picture somewhere on the screen while I'm talking here, because what they used to do, because they used to use it for recycling, didn't they?
Yeah, for all your recycled clothes, old clothes, fabric, linens, bedding, anything that's old.
Yeah, and then they used to stuff them with wool, which I'm really interested in because I like wool, and then they used to put them all together and make a quilt. So I thought that was really interesting.
And they stuffed them with the wool, obviously, to make them warmer.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing with mine today. But I really like the recycling. But of course they used to recycle, because they weren't in the sort of society we are, throwaway society we are today. Yeah. But they certainly, recycled their own clothes and used to do that. So, yeah, I've got my little bits of wool just to put in my Suffolk Puff. A couple of locks. So, because I thought that would be good on here.
Yeah.
Okay then, right, without further ado, we shall get onto it. Okay.
Here we go then.
Tell us what's going on.
Right, first of all, I've got a double thread because I did it earlier, and obviously I only had a single thread and I did break it. So to be on the safe side, I have a double thread and a knot at the end.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, hang on, I've got my scissors. Sorry. Sorry about that. Hang on, let me just get my scissors out. I did that last week. Oh, sorry, I just went into your shop to get my
That's
scissors.
all right.
There you are, there's my scissors, thank you.
Right, to start with,
Mm-hmm.
you've got to just get the edge and just turn it over about a quarter of an inch roughly. You haven't got to measure it. And come in, so you're coming in from the right side through to the back.
Right.
Okay?
So you're just going round. Okay.
All right, are you threaded yet?
No, because I'm not. Right, you just carry on.
Right, okay. Right, and then you get your, obviously your needle. And I like to load up a few stitches because I find it easier that way. And as you're going round, you're turning that in, okay? As I say, you haven't got to measure it, it's just approximate that what you turn in. And when you've got a few, pull it through. And obviously with the double thread you do get a bit of issue. But so then just keep turning it around. Don't double anything up, just turn it over.
Just as you said that, it doubled over.
Yeah, it does go because it's a circle going round.
So we don't double that
No, you
up.
don't double up, just go through.
Cool.
Okay.
I went the wrong way.
Right, can you see the stitches at all? Just around the top there. As I say, it is again, it's one of those things that your hands are always in the way because you've got to hold it. So load a few more up. Keep turning that in and pull it through. Okay, so you're getting that turn over there. Okay, perhaps. Okay, right, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You can see what I'm doing without too much issue. Okay, so that's like that through it. Okay, pull it through and literally just keep going all the way around till you get to the other end where you started. Keep turning. As I say, it's only an approximate turn, so you haven't got to get your tape measure out, iron it or anything like that. It's just a bit of a turnover. You can do it with the raw edge. Obviously it does give it a different look, but if you want something tidy, then obviously turning it over is the best way. But if you like a raggedy edge, that's fine too, and they do actually look quite pretty. Because Joanne said it looks like had some stamens coming out of it.
Yeah, it did.
With all the end bits
one.
coming up. Yeah.
Did you bring that one in?
No, I didn't actually. I got a really tiny one. I did. Okay, right. Still going. Bit of boring view, but we will get there in a minute. Look, so I'm not too far away now. How are you doing with yours?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am doing it. It just didn't do very well with that. I must have gone over something and I had to just undo it.
Yeah, if you go over your stitches, it won't pull up. You won't get that pull through together.
The shower cap.
The shower cap. Okay, right, so I'm nearly to the end there where I started. So, oh, here we go again.
No, I forgot to take that. Okay.
Right, okay. Right, I'm to the edge there. Now, how I do it, there are different ways you can put it as it is, but I actually like to put my needle through the other side. Put your finger in the middle. Can you see them? I'm going right way. There you go. Your finger in the middle and pull up, as you say, like a shower cap. Keep pulling.
It does look like a shower cap.
It does, yeah. You can't deny that. Right, can you see how I'm starting to pull it in? But as I'm doing that, before I pull it right up, I'm trying to flatten out all these edges. So your edges are coming out. Okay, so it's flattish. And then you can either, because of it all depends how thick your fabric is as to how close it will come together. So with mine, that really is as far as I can get it. Okay, so let's pull that out there a little bit. Right, now to finish it off, you can go through a couple of your gathers there and pull that through. And obviously then you can pull it up. But what I do, because I'm not using that side, which a lot of people you can do that side, I actually go from there and through the back, because I'm not going to use the back as a front, I suppose you'd say.
Are you not?
Yeah, well, by the way you say it, I finish mine off here. There you go. That's what the double thread does. Tumbles up on you. Okay. Right, and then you can still strain it out, and then if you really want to have it nice and flat, just give it a nice press with the iron.
Oh, I know what I didn't do with mine.
What's that?
I didn't go through to the back. But anyway, that's fine.
Okay.
So I've got my wool in mine.
Oh, you've got your wool, yeah. What's it look like with the wool in it?
It's puffy.
Puff. There you go. Oh, there you go. Nice little puff one. So we've got a flat one and a puff. Puff puff. It's a puff puff. Yeah. There you go.
No. Sorry. I've got to do this.
Okay. She is taking the tablets, trust me. I've made sure that.
Stop telling people I take tablets.
Right, anyway, so that's the flat one, as I say, and that's how I finish it off. But if you are going to use that side, then obviously finish it off in your creases there. And then that you lose your stitches then.
No.
Okay.
Happy.
I'm going to just have 2 strands of this. So I'm going to just put my fingers in there.
Would you like to use some of my wax?
Put it along. Oh, I could give it. Yeah, so this is.
Because you're pulling it through.
Yeah, this is beeswax. So this also helps your thread. And it helps it to pull through better. Okay. Right, I'm back to my knot. As I say, I take it through the other side. A lot of people don't, but that's just the way I personally do it.
Well, you might as well. I mean, it just gets rid of it, doesn't it?
All right, and then put your finger in the centre, like that. Pull it up round your finger, and then just get it. Pull out all those bits. So that makes it, see, that's come up really nice. I like that.
Oh, that's nice.
See, that comes up really nice. It's a nice one. Nice one, I like that.
Buck it up nicely.
It has come up nice. Right, so go
Right, so I'm going to start doing this one. Oh, that's better.
through a couple of those.
I'll tell you what, I have not been doing these right.
Right, so it's through there like that. Give it that final pull. Oh, there.
My bit of wool, put in there.
Do your stitches at the back. If that's how you want to do it. And there's another one. Yeah, so that's the two I've done. You see, they turned out roughly the same size. Got the tape measure.
I'm doing a bit of a ragdolliana bonnet here. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, see, that's come out at 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 inches, that is.
Mm-hmm.
So that started at 3.5, didn't it?
Mm. So that means your going in was a little bit
Well, just
more. Just went in a bit more.
Yeah, my turn, but as I say,
It doesn't really matter.
it doesn't matter. I mean, that one is.
It's yours. Well, this was this.
See, that one's. Yeah, that's 1.5. So you say that's. It depends how much you turn over, but as I say, you haven't got to be that precise. You haven't got to iron it. You haven't got to mark it. It's just do it. Just do it, and then they come out, and I think they're really nice. I love Suffolk Puffs. I have placed 3 on the back, so I either put that one so it goes underneath those 2 like that, which I think is quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
Or he comes over the top and under that one. I think actually he looks nice if he's under there and those 2 on the top.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right, so I am actually going to take these 2 off because I need to sew this one down.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
sorry, I'll just. Can you just make sure the camera's alright? Because I've just elbowed it.
So, alright, let me get where I am supposed to be, which is roughly there. So I'm going to sew him down with. See, get him again.
I know, yeah. I have noticed that.
What's all this end bit? Yeah, right, anyway. Unthreaded needle, so thread needle up. So can you see him?
I think I've got
see. Right, so I'm going to go over like what's they called, like a whip stitch sort of thing. So I'm just going to go in and out like so. It's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So is it a whipping stitch and going?
It's like a whip, yeah, a whip stitch. So I'm just going over the top of it, and like that. Can you see? That's it. And we've gone quiet. This movement out of the back garden.
Dad is walking around the back garden.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing with the bucket, but anyway.
And Alexa wants to tell me.
Yeah, it's the movement in the back garden. Okay. So I'm just literally just doing that all the way around it. I'll take that pin out. I placed it over the flowers that are on the material, but I just wanted something different on there because I like to raise things up a bit. I've done, as you see, I've done the leaves, but I just needed something else on there. I felt anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can never get enough embellishment, can you, Mum?
No, I love doing. As you can see, if I move it along, I've got all this lace on it. So, I got carried away, but I do love lace. So anyway, we're back in position. Yeah. So again, to say.
So you're just catching a bit of the back material and then a bit
of the side, yeah. So it's literally just little like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see? Just a little bit through there and through there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Right. In there. Oops. You feel when it comes through because it's your finger the other side.
Really windy out there, isn't it?
It is just.
If you can hear it on the camera, I'm
very
sorry.
windy.
It's very windy. Blowing a hoolie, as I said this morning when I was cutting out my Suffolk Puff.
Yeah, this is when my husband likes to get pictures of the waves if they're really good. But he likes to have the waves pictures.
Oh, they are excellent. I might pop one in so you can have a look at it.
Right, so you can see I'm going. I don't know if you can see the stitches. Or are you? There you are. So you can see the. You might be able to see them. They're just there. See, they're not very big. It just holds it down. But it gives it, because it's doing with a different colour.
Was that right then?
Yeah, that's right.
They look a bit visible, don't they?
Well, they're going. You don't. Well, if you don't want them invisible, then you just use a different colour thread. But
yeah, I should have used a different colour thread.
I don't mind. I want to see the.
Yeah, but you're using pink thread. I'm using white thread for some reason. So I'm gonna take that off, I think, and use green thread.
Use your green thread then. Yeah. Okay. What are we doing? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yes, Alexa.
We know. We can see him. Okay, I'll keep going. How far have I got going? I've got to go around there, yeah.
Anyway, but we get the general gist, would you say?
But the other way you can sew them on is you can actually just go over the top of them. So you're actually going this way. So you're sewing on top that way.
Oh, so you could make a bit of a feature with a running stitch.
That way. Yeah, you can do them that way.
Okay.
Or if you don't want them sewn down, you can put something like a big button in the centre.
Yeah. Oh, so that would then attach it.
And that would attach it.
Oh, I might do that actually.
So
yeah, I'm not liking this.
Like I put that big button there on that flower.
Yeah.
There.
Mm-hmm.
If that would have been the puff, that flower would have there. If I put that there and then that big button in the middle, then that would have held that puff down. Okay, so you've got the idea of how that one is, the whip stitch, or you can go all the way around it with like a running stitch all the way around on the top, or as you said, you could put a button on the top, which will hold it in the centre, and then hold it in without doing all the sewing around the edges. Right. Lace. As you see, as I showed you, I have got plenty of lace on here, but I have left a couple of pieces that I haven't laid down yet, and one of them is, where is it? I've lost it now. Where is it? Oh, here. It's here. Now this bit is totally loose. I've only pinned it on, so I can show you how I sew them on. Yeah. So I'll start over here on the edge. And just do like we just done on the Suffolk Puff. Just do the overcast stitch. All right. So,
overcast stitch.
Yeah, because I'm right on the edge of this one.
Ah, so we're going over the top.
Yeah, so I'm going over the top of this one.
So this one then that I'm doing. So I'm doing a bit of lace which is going to go over the top.
Yeah, show you lace. Yeah, so on this bit is that I'd do a little stitch across the top.
So like the invisible
like
stitch.
A running stitch, you tiny stitch across the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to hold anything else down, then you can either go, then you could put, that's where your beads could come in. You could put your beads across here, but then that's just going to be folded over, isn't it?
But that is folded.
Isn't it?
That is folded.
Yeah.
It's the folders there.
Yeah, that's right. So you can either put your beads in, or then you could just go round your lace bit at the bottom there to hold that in. Or as I say, you could put beads in there, or you could put your knots in there just to hold that down. But for starters, on this, because it's straight, I'd go straight across there with little stitches.
Yeah, the invisible thing that we did.
So it's small, small stitches to hold so you don't see them.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So this one's different because obviously it's bigger, and it's got more shape. It's got different shape to it.
Well, it's actually stands up, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this one, obviously,
yeah, I've got one like that in a minute actually.
I'm doing this with, so and go on to your next bit there. Oops. Sorry, bounced.
A pin. Sounded like.
Okay, so I'm going in there. Now I'm going to go over this bit, which is the top bit here. So just do a few stitches over that. So they haven't got to be close together. They've just got to be enough that it holds them down. So it gets to there. And you see it's going through there. So I should just carry on. I need to flatten it out a bit so you can see it better. So I just keep going over them, and then you can see that that's just holding it down, just doing a few stitches across the top. Oh, you order the needle.
Go on, ask me if I started yet.
Have you started yet?
No.
Why does that not surprise me?
It's thread.
Right, I'll come back down this way so it's coming back down here so you can see that bit.
Jasper, that sounds weird.
Okay, I'll turn it around. I'll turn around that way because I'm going to come this way.
Oh, I'll tell you what's going on there. It's the lace is broken.
Oh, is it tearing, is it? Yeah.
Okay, I need to be a bit more gentle.
Right, in there again.
I did actually change my needle because I had a thicker needle, and I just thought actually I think I need a thinner needle, and so it's a bit more delicate. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Delicate, not like me.
Yeah, but actually, mine's thickish, not. Okay,
it's just.
So I'm going through here. And then I can show you in a minute a more delicate piece that I'm going to sew down.
Well, I've been really enjoying the embroidery this week, Mum.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you, and yours looking so good. I'm so pleased for her because she's never done embroidery before.
No, it's like been a real revelation to me.
Yeah. So you see that?
I think because it's just, well, because I like leaves and flowers and trees. I've been doing those on mine, and that's just really, I've just really enjoyed it. And I'm not a mega embellishy person anyway, as Mum knows. Oh, good.
Siren. Right, I'll just come back down this one. Oh, thread.
Thread.
Right, okay. So I started there. So I'm just coming down this one. As I said, I've just gone round, obviously from there, just up there, around there. As you can see, it's just, this is all still loose. I'm coming back down here. To this one there. So that's sort of how this one gets put on because it's quite big and it's got a lot of holes in it, if you might say. So you can do the bigger stitches on it. Okay. Let me just finish him off.
So someone made a comment about the that we hadn't done the prick stitch.
Yeah.
But when I googled it, actually, the prick stitch is the invisible stitch, which is what I'm
Which
doing.
we covered at the beginning.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was another name for it as well.
No, I
so
didn't know what prick stitch was, to be honest. So yeah,
that was a new bit of information, and I think that's the stitch the lady was talking about. So hopefully we've answered that question.
Right, so this one is a more fancy one. As you can see, it's got a lot of little balls and things in it. So what I am going to do is I am actually going to put a bead in each one of those flowers. But I will go over a couple of the pieces here so you can see how it's going to be how done. I've already sewn down there to hold it on to get rid of the pins, because the little blighters do hurt. So
that's not what you called them earlier, Mum.
No, Joanne, don't give my secrets away. Right, so as you can see, I've gone through that little piece there, and I've gone up there, and all you just do this basically all the way around it. There's no rhyme or reason to where you go. Is it going around that thing? It has, yeah.
But you didn't want to do that.
No, it went around that little bubble.
You said there's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah, there's not. You can just keep moving around. Like
So it's
I've
a
just
bit
gone
random
from
then.
there to there, and I've go in there, and I've gone up to there. Okay. Go in that bit. Go down that way. It's a bit like, like when you do C-stitch, you're moving around. Yeah, it's sort of like
go in and then back
so
out
you're
somewhere else.
sort of doing that, and there's this
Hello,
one.
here I am.
So I'm going to go over that little piece of lace there, just that bit there.
Here I am.
Shush. Laugh. Okay. She's a nightmare.
Me again.
Trust me, she's terrible at taking her anywhere.
Yeah. People are too boring.
Even go back to apologise. All right. So you can't see where I have put the needle through, but as you see, I'm just moving it around all different places, just to hold it down, so that it's not moving around too much and doesn't get damaged. Because the trouble with some of the laces, like some of these on here, are actually vintage, and if they move around too much, obviously, because this is going to be a pouch, it's going to be used. I don't want it all moving around and tearing and that. So this just gives you that little bit of security of holding it, keeping it roughly in place.
I think I might put this little doily bit.
That's pretty, isn't it?
Over there. Thank you.
Okay, so that's all I'm doing, so you can see how that's going. Okay. So in this one, because it's a bit thicker, I'm going to go in here and hold that one down. In there, and just scoot up to there again. So it's just all the scooting around in different places, and it just gives you that little bit of strength to hold it down. And that's it really for these finer ones. Are you doing the thing? Are you?
Kind of.
Come back into there. But you do have to be careful with these laces. Is what's happened with Joanne's, is they do tend to shred a little bit. They get a little bit delicate on the edges, and
because I think that was a vintage one.
Yeah, when you try and sew them, they do tend to vacate the needle. Get away from the needle because it tears. So yeah.
So there's a bit of cotton that I put onto this pouch. Was it your fabric or my fabric? I can't remember. Can we?
That green one.
Yeah.
It was mine, wasn't it?
And it is an absolute nightmare.
Oh, I don't know where I got it from.
To sew through. I'm trying to sew through it at the minute. I'm having to. It's it must be extremely thick.
I don't know what it was.
But everything I've had to do around it, or near it, or through it, I've hurt my fingers because it's so tough.
Yeah, I don't know where I got it from.
So a really good tip. I was watching K3N, and she said, whatever you're doing, just go through your fabric with your needle you're going to use, and if you can't get your needle through it, then don't use it.
Don't use it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I am so going to listen to that because this has been a nightmare.
Yeah.
And she even went on to say that she goes to charity shops, we call them thrift shops, and she takes her needle with her and will speak to staff because she uses things like linens and shirts and vintage material, doesn't she?
Yeah. Exactly.
But she takes her needle with her and goes through the material just to see make sure her needle goes through it. I just thought, yeah, that is just such a good idea. I mean, don't do it in Marks and Spencer's, of course. But yeah, I just thought, yeah, if you're going to use that, material to sew in it, and this, I just can't even.
I don't know what it. As I say, I can't remember where I got it, and
it must have a really high thread count. I guess that's what it is.
It possibly has, but yeah.
But
it was just in my stash, and obviously Joanne used it for her
because I like the colour.
Her pouch because she wanted the colour, yeah.
And I mean, you said right at the start, "Oh, take it off, take it off." I was like, "Oh no, it'll be all right." And it's been a bit of a
So yeah, you should have taken it off.
Yeah, but I'd already put everything down.
Yeah, and but at the end of the day, it's only going to take you about another half an hour.
I know, but it's learnt me a good lesson.
And you wouldn't have had all that grief.
No, but Mummy got a good lesson there, and I know now what to look for.
Yeah, don't take my fabric.
You gave it to me. Oh, I see why you gave it to me now, so I won't come back again.
Oh, I didn't give it to you. You took it. Anyway.
You offered.
I did. I got all my boxes out of my pieces of fabric, because obviously I do have a lot of fat quarters and other sizes of fabric.
Other sizes are allowed.
And anyway, so she had, how many boxes? There's 3, weren't there? 3, 4 boxes out.
And I have actually got loads myself. But yeah, we were looking for specific colours, weren't we? But yeah, that's a lesson to think of, or something to think of when you're choosing fabric, especially for this slow stitching, because you were going in and out of it with the different stitches, aren't you?
Yeah. Because you are doing a lot of hand work on it, and I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is all the hand work. Right, I can leave that one as it is because I think you get the gist of that one.
Okay.
Because most of it is down now, I think.
So I've been doing this doily thing. Is it a doily? Well, it isn't actually a doily. I'm lying. It was a bit of lace from a bigger. Oh, do you reckon it's from a bigger doily?
Well, I should think it was from a doily, yeah. A lot of them do come from them.
I know that it's from some, I've got a number of them, and I think they were all together, and I think I cut them.
Right, so that's that one. It's that way. And as you can see, I know I've got a lot of red there, but there are other stitches going through it, obviously, which is I've put on to hold that on. It doesn't get confusing. So Joanne's sewing that one on across there, and obviously that's where her lace started to fray on the end.
So it's still flappy.
But you can do whatever, as I said, what you want with that. And
I've done a little bit of that one.
Yeah, started sewing that one on. Yeah, so that's good. It's pretty.
Mm.
Yeah, and Joanne's been working really hard on hers.
And you've got my trees.
She's got her trees done there. A lot of work she's done on this.
Brilliant. I mean, that's my favourite.
Yeah.
That and that one.
Yeah, they look really good.
The feather. What are they again?
This is feather.
Oh yeah, so feather, fly
stitch,
and fishbone.
and fishbone. Yeah. And you've obviously done your stem stitches.
Oh yeah, no, but the fishbone one actually is better shown on these bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got the fishbone and the fly.
Yeah. So they look really good. You've done really well.
No, I have really enjoyed them. It's been
no, it's come along nicely.
very
and
relaxing.
These, look at these here.
Oh yeah.
There, look at them.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah, no, you're doing really well.
I probably won't put many more embellishments on.
Embellishments on. You're going to put some beads, cover beads.
I'm going to put some beads on.
Yeah.
And we're going to couch. I wanted to couch that down as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that's what's there. Yeah. Yeah, because it's got all your colours in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, and that would be couched. You know, like we have talked about couching, haven't we? Where you lay it down and then you just go over the top. You're sewing over the top with another thread.
So you're basically going into this top bit here,
so you're holding that down and you're just literally sewing over the top of this. You're not sewing into this, you're sewing over it. And that's couching.
A bit like you were doing with that bit of lace, I guess, because that was fat, wasn't it? And then you were going over that top, weren't you? A bit like that then, wasn't it?
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Similar
sort of thing, yeah. But no, that's lovely because it's got all your oranges and your greens and the yellow. So
and the red.
And you got your blue. You got some blue flowers down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. I like that.
Not having it.
You see what I've got to put up with? Right. So we're beading now, are we? Do you want to show the beads?
Beads, yes.
Right.
I think I might do what you said and actually put some beads in there. Because I've got some nice coloured beads that I got from a show. Well, of course, because my favourite colour is green. I went and got all these greens. Do you want to show these? Do you want to show my beads, Mum? Because I'm very proud of my beads.
Yeah, look at all those. Oops, actually, that's cool, I need them. Where are we? There we go. Look at them. Beads, right. So, to start beading, you have to have a beading needle. A beading needle is a very thin. I can show you. I'll show you this. Take this one out of the way for a minute. There. Is very thin, and you can't really see that. And very sharp.
Very bendy.
And they are very bendy. They bend very easy. I have the most weird shaped beading needles.
Yeah, that's because of our blooming hefty hands.
No, they just do it.
I know, but yeah, mine's at an angle.
Leave that there. I have. Where is it? Now that is a beading needle. Can you see that beading needle? Yeah. So, but they are so fine.
And the reason why they're fine. Talk about the reason why they're
fine. Is because they got to go through the eye. The eye's got to go through the bead. So if you've got small beads, like Joan's got some tiny. The needle has got to go through the eye. No, the bead's got to go through the eye of the needle.
Yeah.
So if you don't, right. So if you put.
Oh, don't worry about that.
That's a pin. Right. There's some little beads on the table. So if I pick this up with this needle, when it comes through, it has to come off the end. So your eye of your needle's got to go through your bead.
But the eye of the needle's there, isn't it?
No, the eye of the needle's where your fabric goes, the thread goes through.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it don't go through, you can't do your bead.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Right. As I say, I'm going to do these ones here. So if you come up from the back, so you're going through the hole of the flower, and go back down again. So you're sort of like locking your stitch in.
Oh, right, so you don't go beading straight away then?
No, just lock your stitch in. Oops.
Oh.
Boing. Okay. Right, and then get your bead.
How many times did you go over then?
Come up from the knot.
Yeah.
Go back down and then back up again, and that's all. It just locks it in. That's all. So your knot doesn't come undone and whatever. So
Okay.
right. That's the bead I'm putting on that one. Okay. So through your bead. Go back through your fabric, not back through your beads. You've come through your bead. Go back down through your fabric, and pull so your bead comes into the where you're positioning it. And come back up through your fabric.
What, not through the middle of the bead?
No, come back up through your fabric.
Yeah.
Right, and then find the middle of it, then find your bead, because it's a lot easier that way. And you can position it a bit better. Go through your bead, so your beads and your needle's on the top. Right, and then go back down. Okay. And then when you pull it down, it's reasonably secure. Okay, you got it?
Yeah, but it doesn't look very good because it got too massive.
But the bead's too big.
No, the thread's too big.
Change your thread colour again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right, and when you do the back, finish off your bead. Because if you just go on to your next bead, what could happen is if you lose one bead, all the others
Come attached.
I'm doing these flowers up here, but I'm just going to do another bead so you can see. So obviously I've done that one. I've tied it off here, finished that one. So I'm not going to break my thread because this one's quite close. So I'm just going to come in to there. Okay. Unhitch it from everything that's around it.
So you tied it off though?
I've tied it off, but I haven't cut it off.
Oh, okay.
Because it's
cheeky.
Yeah, well, it saves your thread, doesn't it? Right, so another bead. Same thing. So I've come up through my flower here. I've put the bead on the needle, bring the bead down. Oh, we don't need to come down a little bit, I think. Okay, so the bead's there. So take your needle, back through your fabric. Don't go back through your bead, otherwise you'll unthread it. And it'll pop off. You'll be crawling around the floor.
You speak from experience, do you?
Oh, yeah. You'll be crawling around the floor for your bead. Yeah, okay. So that's on there. So come back. Oh, you can see it. Back up through the fabric. Yeah, so I say it's not through the bead yet. It's already gone through once. Back up through your fabric. Go through your bead. So you're like that. And then if you go back down through your fabric, you can sort of get your bead in position. I mean, they do play up. And they turn upside down, they do all sorts. But that's what beads do. So that's on. And once you go to the back, as I say, and secure each bead so that if one comes off, you don't lose all of your beads. Because obviously, if you've got a whole load of beads on, that's going to be really upsetting. Okay, so finish it off. So now those two beads now are secure. Okay, I'll do. How are you doing?
Yes, that's much better. So I did it first of all with the wrong coloured thread.
Yeah, you need to do the thread colour because mine doesn't really matter, but because you've got that specific green. Oh, Nick kicked the table again.
Sorry, yeah, it's because we've had to. Sorry.
Yeah, kick the
Not a bucket.
Kick the table. Yeah, because you've got specific green there, you need to. And mine doesn't show that much.
Yeah, that was because I did it like a cream.
Yeah.
For some bizarre reason.
So back up. I'll do one more. So back up through there. So I've got 3 beads on there. Thread your needle through your bead. So your need's going down. So back through your fabric, because obviously your bead's here. Back through your fabric. Come up again. So again your bead's here. Come through. Now you can pull your bead tight. Go through your bead. Don't drop in your needle. Go through your bead and back down through your fabric. Okay, so that's another one. So to your back, secure off however you want to. I'll do a few over stitches and a knot. Okay, so there's 3 beads. As I said, and the smaller the bead you've got to make sure it goes through that eye of your needle. Okay.
Yes.
And that's obviously the bigger bead you got. Sometimes you can use a normal needle for them because they're actually quite big. So you don't necessarily need a beading needle if you've got a bigger eye bead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when you've got tiny ones, you definitely need a beading needle.
Yeah, these are tiny.
Yeah, so that's your beading.
If you're wondering where Jasper is, he's over there. I don't know if you can see him now, but he's over there.
In the basket.
He's in the basket.
Yeah.
Okay, well thanks Mum for everything this week. I've really enjoyed learning all those stitches and I'm just so enjoying this whole process. It's been really quite revelationary to me how much I've enjoyed sewing and how relaxing the whole process is of the slow stitching. And
you've done really well on it. You really have done well. So.
Thank you. No, I have really enjoyed it.
It's very good.
So next week, just talk us through what we're going to be doing next week then.
Well, we've got to get to finishing it off. Mm-hmm. So I think we've got to finish everything that we've got to do on our pouches. So you head towards the lining.
So all the beads and all the lace.
Your beads, your lace, anything you want out, anything else you want to put on there, your stitching, you have to be finished because once you get your lining on, you can't really sew. We'll come through. If you forget something, you can, but it'll come through on your lining. But then the lining, basically, if you just do a basic lining, is you get the length and your width is identical to your piece. And then you just stitch round the inside fabric to hold your lining down. Joanne's going to do, we're going to do a pouch on ours. So this is just your simple one if you just want to do it like that. But Joanne is going to do a pouch. She's going to attempt to do a pouch in the middle of the week. And she's going to show you, obviously, the different sizes you're going to need to do the pouch with a pocket in it.
Yeah, it will just be a small video just to show you what you need to have done by next week so that if you are joining us next week to do the lining with us, then at least you know what you need for the pocket one.
For the pocket, yeah, to have a pocket in it. So that will be coming out. What do you say you're going to do it about Thursday? Are you?
Yeah. So by Thursday I'll have done that because it will only be a 10-minute video and I'll
it's just a show.
Skip through. Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just going to go on and on and on.
It's the sizes, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the sizes we want to get right for you.
Yeah. But so by the time you've got your lining in, and then next week we'll literally be just attaching your whatever strap or whatever you're going to put on it and sewing it up, isn't it?
So and it's blanket stitch I'm going to do.
You're going to do a blanket stitch. Yeah, you can do whatever. You can say you can do the oversew stitch, the blanket stitch, or I might do blanket stitch. To be honest, I like the blanket stitch.
I do like blanket. It's nice and neat, and I don't like starting it. And actually speak to a lot of sewers, and they say they don't like starting blanket stitch, but as soon as I get started, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. Well, thanks again, Mum, and
Okay, you're welcome.
we look forward to seeing you next week. Please like and subscribe. The channel and our community is growing, which is a great dream of mine, and something I'm just so chuffed about. And having Mum along for the ride is just brilliant too. So I know, and I think that's coming across to everybody, that we have a bit of a laugh as well. So thanks very much, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.